Hello everyone and welcome to Era Military Collectibles. How are you doing? Um, we're slightly on time tonight. Not 100%, but we're nearly there. Uh, is he here yet? I'm here, Dave. He's probably having a cup of tea. You're right, I was making a cup of tea. How are you doing, guys? Hello, how is everyone doing? And welcome to tonight's live stream. Um, just give me a sound check on the camera because we're still using the external camera at the minute. Picture quality is good with it, but the sound isn't the best. So we'll see how we go. Hello, Dave. How are you? It says there's 5 people online. Nick is here. How are you, Nick? Sounds okay. Perfect. All good. So a few things to talk about this evening. Actually, a few interesting things. Operation Banner Veterans Museum. Hello. How guys? If any of you are ever in South Armagh or Armagh, right? Go see Operation Banner Veterans Museum. I know the guy that runs it, Gary Hall, sound guy, absolute gentleman, ex-serviceman himself. Does a fantastic job up there with that museum. I hope to get up there and do a video on it one of the days. So yeah, we will get up there and go see it. David, very good triple. Very good. Okay, so we know the sound is okay. Steel helmet Stan, I thought you would be putting on your makeup to hide the new wrinkles. I know, yeah, this camera is actually, the camera is very, very good, and it's very, very clean and very, very crisp. And you can see the reflection of my mannequins in the telly and all. So it is very good. Good evening from Sweden. Hello, how are you? Been waiting for this. Always nice to be here. You're more than welcome. You're always more than welcome to come. To come and say hello. Cold War Criminal, hello, or Cold War Chemical. Yeah, how are you? How are you keeping? Cheers, John, for the shout out. Yeah, exactly, guys. If any of you are in the north, make it your business to go and see Operation Banner Veterans Museum. It's run by a guy by the name of Gary Hall, absolute gentleman of a lad. I've done some business with him in the past, and we've bartered and we've swapped and we've been around the bush with each other. That sounded so wrong, but we've traded together, shall we say? Yeah, he does it out of, he doesn't get paid for it. He's a volunteer. He is the curator. It is a volunteer museum. There's no, whatever money is donated goes back into the museum to buy their little bits and pieces for it. But 99.9% of the stuff in there is donated. So if you're ever up around there, go and check it out. Drinking whiskey, Mac. No, I'm drinking tea. And I have a Mars bar there that I might tuck into in a while. Dave, why? Yeah. Good evening, Living History UK. Seeing as I've been giving a shout out to Operation Banner Veterans Museum, Living History UK, lads, fantastic organisation. Pete Neal, Steve Davis, Jake Brown. It's more of a society really than anything else. Living History UK, they have their own veterans, or not their own veterans, their own reproduction shop. Where they make a bit of money and they invest it back into the society. They have a podcast, which I was proud to have done. I believe I'm doing another episode. Jake asked me to do another episode. The 24-hour ration pack, the British 24-hour ration pack, or the assault pack. That was Living History UK that purchased that. That was Steve Davis. Fantastic lads to deal with. They have a Patreon as well if you want to donate to society or whatever. That's up to you. I do, believe it or not. And Rifleman Moore, I'm also a member of his Patreon. But fantastic group. Let's go check them out. They have a TikTok. That's how I found them, was TikTok. But yeah, there you go. I'm collecting military telephones and radios mostly, as you can. So can you please show the nice piece, PRC 77? I actually dug them out specifically for you, hoping it would be in tonight. I dug out my PRC 6, and I dug up my 77 set. I also have my pocket phone that was used in the north that I have handy that I can show you as well. We'll cover that later on, but we will be doing that. What happens in the north stays in the north, exactly. Those living history types make very good videos. They do fantastic things, and they do a documentary once a month on Living History UK. The last one was it gas warfare in the First World War? I can't remember. Poor old Steve though. There's a few guys. There's a lot of guys actually. Andrew would be one. Jim Timber, Steel Helmet Stan, Jake Brown, Simon from Rifleman Moore, Steve Davis from Living History UK, Pete Neal. I have once or twice talked to Pete Neal, but I keep in contact with those guys nearly. I talk to them 3 and 4 times in the week. No problem at all. So yeah. Too kind. No, I presume that is Steve. That is under the Living History UK banner, but I'm not sure. It could also be Pete. I'm not sure. Thanks, Dave. Went to the HMS Belfast today. So a Falklands Navy vet and a Belfast vet 50s vet too. Yeah, they're still out there. The Falklands one is the 40th anniversary is coming up this year. So there'll be an awful lot of Falklands veterans coming out of, or not Falklands veterans, but Falklands reenactors coming out of the woodwork, and you'll see an awful lot of Falklands collectors starting up as well. It happens a lot with movies and things when they come out. Saving Private Ryan, everyone and his dog wanted to collect American Ranger memorabilia. Band of Brothers, everyone know, every reenactment you go to, there's hundreds of 101st Airborne, all Easy Company 101st Airborne. Pacific brought a big interest in the American Marine reenactments and stuff like that. 1917 brought out a big reenactment group, or a reenactment interest in First World War. So I presume this year the Falklands is going to go balubas for Falklands reenactors and Falklands memorabilia going through the roof when it comes to prices. It is me, Steve. Oh, okay, perfect, Steve. Steve, I hope you're feeling well. Can everyone wish Steve get well soon, because he's got COVID at the minute and he's not feeling the best, I believe. You are welcome, sir. Thank you very much, Dave. Or is that, were you thanking me, or who were you thanking? I'm not sure who you were thanking. Hello, Andrew. Did Andrew come in? Oh, I did. Hello, Andrew. How are you? Andrew, another good friend that I text and talk to via email, and I now have his personal number, so I can plague him at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm bored and I can't sleep and I'm on nights. He also sent me, actually, I need to print it out. He sent me fantastic information, because I did show last week on the live stream my gas mask that I wasn't sure what date it was, because the nose piece was different on it, and he sent me fantastic research on the gas masks all the way from World War II. So I need to print that out and have a look at it. So Andrew there is another good guy. He has a YouTube channel as well, if anyone wants to go and have a look at it. He doesn't do it's an interesting live stream. He does like World War II events. He talks about some World War II items that he has in his collection. He also does like vintage railways and stuff like that. So it's an interesting channel as well. You're welcome, sir. Hello, Andrew. Mention the devil's name and he shall appear. Oh, Jim Timber. Hello, Jim, all the way from Poland. Andrew is sending memes. Jim Timber, the man, the legend, the lover of DDRT. Still I'm a Stan man. I know Stan, an awesome friend. David likes to be mad part. Let's see. The boys are obviously all on kicking and drinking DDRT till it's coming out their ears. For those of you that don't know, will somebody is Dave there? Dave is there. Dave is the guru of Jim would be as well, but Dave is the guru of East German Cold War stuff. So if any of you want to know what DDRT is, Dave will give you the recipe right there. Did you think of the new video? Did I think of the new video? Did I think of the new video? Did I think of the new video? What did you think of? New video. Oh, your Desert Storm one. The equipment in Desert Storm was it the RAF regiment. Very interesting. Very good. Yeah, I liked it. I did like it actually. Because when you're watching the likes of Steve, with his YouTube, with the TikTok videos have to be very very short, so it's he bullet points information. His YouTube channel he can Living History UK, they can broaden what they talk about. Like they put their documentaries and their longer videos on that. So you learn information from them. You'd learn information from Jake. I learned from Stan. I learned from Jim. I learned from Andrew. You learn from everyone. So like if the day you say I know everything, you're barking up the wrong tree. It's so I like to watch other guys' videos. Military Collectibles, very very knowledgeable type of guy as well. Simon Moore, fantastic, knowledgeable guy as well. But you pick up information off everyone and then you put it together and you come up with your own thing. DDRT is for me is anything that is 5% proof and above. Jake is there. Hello, Jake. How are you? Welcome to the madness. Steve is floating around there somewhere if he hasn't passed out with the COVID. But yeah, genuinely, Steve, though, if you're still listening, if you're still there, I hope you get well soon. Now, for my Swedish friend, we will cover one of the radios quick. Pop quiz, guys. Anyone tell me what that is? Anyone have a look? Or anyone know what that is? I'll hold it here and I will have a sip of my tea and I will let you all figure it out. Hi Jake and thanks John. Yeah, no problem, Steve. I had it myself. It's not nice. But I had mildly, very very mildly. I didn't even know I had it, but I had it. It is also a breakdown in UV light. PRC6, my new iPhone, the new iPhone. It's the PRC6, commonly referred to as the Prick 6. This one, believe it or not, is actually a West German variant that was donated by the Americans. Now, in Ireland, the frequencies these work off, you need to have a license to do it, a ham license. I'd say it's the same in most of Europe to have a ham license. I did have one, but I figured out something. A friend of mine who's an electronics guru did something with these. And I will show you what he did. You just need to open it up. Chat away amongst yourselves there, guys. Right, so in the normal PRC6, this bit that I'm removing here would be where the regular battery goes. But it's so long now since this bit is separated. Please come apart, please come apart. There we go. Woo. Now, so in here you still have the data plates of the different frequencies, right? But my friend, the radio guru, has what's called a Bofang S5, which is a normal civilian walkie-talkie that you don't need a license for. Convert it. And I know some people are screaming at me, going, "What did you do?" But it can work because here's the button, which lines up with this one there, and this bit down here, which is the external radio, or which can be detached, also works off of a PTT, which is there on the side, which connects to the speaker, which comes through the regular earpieces, and this. Fantastic. So that is my PRC6 that has been converted to civilian use. And for the crack, when I go to England, I'm going to charge these up. They're going to be slightly out of character, but I think for the laugh, Steve, if you're still there, and Jake, that we should charge these up and bring them with us. Well, I'll bring them with me to the Living History UK Festival, guys, which I'm going to also mention. The Living History UK Festival is on the 8th and 9th of April. Sorry, 9th and 10th of April. I'm travelling over on the 8th. It is the 9th and 10th of April at the Chiltern Open Air Museum. The tickets are on sale from the Chiltern Open Air Museum. Go there. I will be there. Steve will be there. Jake will be there. Simon Moore will be there. There'll be a wreck of lads there. And it's going to be a bit of crack and a bit of fun. So yeah, that's my PRC6. So I'm going to answer some more questions. And then we'll get on to something else. We'll go back to the old radios. Now, where's he gone? Sorry, I just have to get my pointer. PRC6, new iPhone. Hi, Steve. Bell Platzer rifle with a 60 watt, with a 40 watt range. Yeah, the ranges of them but the range now since the civilian walkie-talkie's gone into that Bofang, it's actually fantastic. You have one. Oh, you have one. Fantastic. Does it work? It does work. But as I said, it's been converted. I hope that was a sip of DDRT. No, it's actually regular tea. I have a Greek one. Very nice with headset. Yeah, I can actually show you how to take off the headset. Headset's easy enough. Take off. Now it plays jazz radio. You can actually set that walkie-talkie that's on the inside to pick up FM radio, so you can play it at shows and stuff like that. You can have it hanging up. If you have like a vintage radio station that plays jazz and stuff like that, or 60s music or whatever, especially with the 77 set, you can have it hanging up and playing. Where have we gone? Hello, Buds. Oh, Jay. Oh, Podrickson. Hello, Podrick. Even Podrick. David. Enough room left to put lunch inside it. Yeah, you could put. There's lots of room in them. That's a brilliant idea for converting the radio. Yeah, but the true nut jobs, radio people, sorry, I shouldn't really call them nut jobs, but the true radio people do actually go mad and they go mental. I actually do have another radio, actually. I forgot about it. I have a Clansman. That we use in the north. And it probably might be handy that I can get to. I was looking behind Henry, the RUC man. Sorry, that's Harry. That's Henry. The RUC man, to see if it's easy to get to. I might show that one as well. Jake Brown, awesome idea. We still have to get the okay from Steve though, if we can bring it or not. He is the boss. I love that Irish word, the crack. It means fun to me. Love it. It is. That's what it means. Crack. Having the crack is having a laugh, having a joke, having a bit of fun. No, it doesn't actually. If there is any American viewers, it doesn't actually mean taking crack. When you say we're having the crack, it's just a word. It's a slang word. Bit different with PRC 349. Yeah, I don't think you could do it. I don't think you could do it, but it is maybe, I don't know. Just got 6 DDR civilian maps. One of the Berlin South, and has the wall on the map on the northwest. That is class. I love actually maps. Andrew sent me a map of, I can't remember where it was. Where was it? Where was it, that map that you sent me over again? It's a World War II map anyway. Weymouth and Doncaster. Yeah. Or Dorchester, sorry. But yeah. So I do like maps. I do really like maps. Sorry guys, if anyone doesn't know, right, Jim Timber has a channel, go check him out. Jake Brown has a channel, go check him out. Podrick, forgive me, I don't know if you have a channel, but if you do, go check him out. Andrew does, Jim does, Steel Helmet Stan does, Living History UK does. I just seen his name pop up there. I love that Irish word. Crack means fun. Okay, bit different with Pierce. Yeah, just go. Okay. Jim Timber. Any crack? That crack. Uncrack. Not crack. Uh, why not, mate? For the crack. Yeah, exactly. Like we can have them at like. I know because they might come in handy because I'm sure that because I'm going to be doing a bit of admin from what I believe that I'd be running around helping the like see that if one of us has a radio, it would make sense that they could find us if there was another radio in the ticket office or something that they could find us if they needed us. DDR maps, blank pieces of paper, no details. I haven't seen DDR maps actually, to tell you the truth. Have any of you ever seen a jungle one? I have. I do have it somewhere. I do have a jungle Vietnam map, and it's literally a green piece of paper with streams in it every now and again. A black dot for a village, spot heights, contour lines, and that's it. It's pure green. There's no other colours in it. Bar green and blue for the odd river and bits and bobs inside it. So I've cut up with the question. So next, actually, I'll just grab this one because it's right here behind me. Excuse me. Just knocked the rifle. Oh well. Jim Timberstan was stolen my mug of DDRT. I'm going to take one of his helmets. He has so many, it will take years for him to miss it. Yeah, I'd say Stan would probably cut your fingers off if you went to try and take one of his helmets, because he does like his helmets. That sounded wrong as well, but sure, look, we'll try not to get ourselves in trouble with YouTube for innuendos. Right, next radio. This radio, I don't know if I have done a video of this. Rifleman Moore has done a video on this as well. It's the Pocket Phone 70, and it's made by, if I remember, is it Sony? I can't remember who it's made by, actually, to tell you the truth. But it is a phone, it's a radio, walkie-talkie, very, very simple walkie-talkie that was used by, believe it or not, the SAS also, in Northern Ireland, and I believe at the Iranian embassy. They use these radios. Very simple dial channel on it. If you can hear the clicks. To change the channels, you have the volume here. Push to talk if you don't have a one of these yokes. And simple push to talk radio. And I just remembered I have another bloody radio in my RUC man. So I actually have more. I have 4 radios. So yeah. So there you go. So that's my pocket phone. The pocket phone? Yeah, pocket phone. It's the Pocket Phone 70. Another little radio, if my Swedish friend is still there, for his communications. Fix. Just put it back in his pocket, which is how they normally carry them. Put the wire around his head. Oh. No. Yeah. Where are we going? What happened to Stan? No, those helmet. Jim Timber 2. You. Excuse, sir, I've only got 49 helmets. That's not weird, is it? No, it's not weird. I have, anyway, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, so you have a bit to catch up on you. So yeah, so I have a bit to catch up on you. Got myself a PYE 70. Oh, cool. Cool. Podrick. Did you get that off of that chap we were talking about in Dublin, by any chance? No? Drop me an email. We'll have a chat. That is a given. It is being progressive. Have you seen film 6 Days? I'm sure those radios were in that one. 6 days, yes, 6 days. If any of you don't know, it's about the Iranian embassy siege. Fantastic video, actually. It's actually a very, very fantastic film. Recent enough. On Netflix Ireland, I believe. There are other streaming servers out there that you can watch other things. So, yeah. So, don't get your thingies in a bunch. We do actually have other channels that we can watch. But it is on Netflix Ireland anyway. I know that for a fact. Yeah, I'm here. Nice of you to show your collection. There's no problem. There's no problem. I'm slowly remembering I have other ones hidden around the place as we speak. So I'll dig them out as well. Where have we gone? Podrick, cheers, mate. I'm going to have to find you number 50 stand up. Stan, I've come across a helmet that I think you'll be very interested in. Well, I have an idea of a helmet because I don't think you have one of them. I don't think you have a Polish helmet. So I think you need to get a Polish helmet. For Jim's sake, I think you need to get a Polish helmet. Yes, indeed, number 50. I only have Soviet R126 DDR. Oh God, I forgot my DDR helmet. I have more helmets back there actually. Whew. Did you ever do? It's like you're going, nah, I don't have that much gear, and then you're going, oh, maybe I actually do have a lot of gear. There's another helmet there actually. I forgot about my Mark IV. Stan, see what you've caused. Oh God, yes indeed, number 50. DDR M1 and I forget the number. So you have 3 helmets, 4 helmets. We always used sterno radios. O and DDR-N or 717, I think, used by Grenzers and VOPOs. I've got a Polish WZ something, or I can't remember the number, 1970s. Ah, okay, I didn't think you had a Polish one with the winged eagle on the front of it. I found a 1960s olive green jacket, size 9, in my collection, and I'm thinking early retirement. I've got a fair few. Fair few what? Oh, helmets. Fair few what? Next radio, if I can grab it quick. 1 second. There we go. Now, next radio, we have the Klansman. Klansman? Yes, Klansman. Forgive me, I can't remember the. I can't remember. 349. Klansman 349. Right. This is just basically the harness for to carry it, and it goes when you're carrying it. It is across your chest like that. Yeah, it's like that across your chest. Soldiers really did not like carrying this. This was a late 70s, 80s type radio. Soldiers really didn't like carrying this because it would slap them in the face, and the aerial would, when they were running and stuff like that, and it buggered them off, and then they get caught in car doors when they were coming in and out of Land Rovers and stuff like that. So, channel switches are here, the frequency channels. This does work, but I can't use it because it's restricted frequency as well. So there's the frequencies. There's another way to do it here on the top. Then the top is, if I can remember, this used to have a good battery in it. I have spare batteries, and there's cases that you can get. So, sorry, I'll talk about this first of all. This is the headset, which covers over one ear, and you have a throat mic. Throat mic goes around here. The idea that they used to wear the throat mics was that they could speak without taking a radio to their mouth and going, he's in charge, shoot him quick. So that's why, and they all carried these, so you couldn't exactly tell who was in charge and who wasn't in charge. Now, if I can just check. Yeah, no, it's not. The battery must have died in it because when you used to turn the switch, you could hear it squelch on and squelch off. But yeah, this is my what's it called? Clansman 349. 349. And this is the battery. Pretty much done here. Screw this out. Battery. Need a special charger for these ones. There are other ones called battery cases. That's not this one though. There are other battery cases that you can disconnect them apart and you can fit AA batteries in them. And it's a ridiculous amount of AA batteries. It's like 12 or 9 or something to get them to work again. So that is the the Clansman 309, 349 radio. Another one in the collection. Da-dunk. So we'll put that to one side. Leave that there a minute. Where are we going? Rake of stuff there now, missed. Doodaloo. Garbage ball, okay. I have a few. That's the one we used. The PCR 349. Yeah, that's the one I have. Clansman. I think is it made by Clansman? I can't remember. I thought it was Clansman. I do actually have. Actually, Operation Banner Veterans Museum. Gary, I think I got that off of you, if I remember correctly. I'm almost positive I got it off of you. Fantastic radio. I don't know what I can do. I don't want to convert it or anything like that because it does work. It works, so I don't see why you should enter. Which army had the best aesthetic uniforms in World War II? The Americans had the most practical, I suppose, with the materials that they used. The Germans in the Europe were probably the ones that fiddled with camouflage the most. So I would say, practically wise, it would probably be the American stuff that they had. The British wore wool. Not saying it wasn't good, but it wasn't the best compared to the American cottons and canvases and stuff that they had. Quicker drying, more robust, things like that. So yeah, it's a toss-up between the two of them, I suppose. Some of the armor vest covers had the pockets for it. Oh, I didn't know that. No, I didn't know they had the pockets for them. Does anyone remember the wonderful radio bubble in Platoon? I squelch too. Oh, I squelch. Yeah. I actually have one. I'll show you the next radio coming up there now. It's an iconic radio that people will remember. Hi everyone, I'm late doing overtime. Cool radio. Hey Kenny, hello Kenny. Please try not to kill Kenny. Jim, who was it shot Kenny the last time? Was it Andrew or Kenny? I can't remember. Please try not to kill Kenny. Throw mics are crap. They're not, actually, to tell you the truth. They can be, but if you get them in the right spot and if they're tight enough, they do work. I have used them. They are good. But then again, like that, there is a bit of a thing about them. Historic stuff, Red Army. It's smash capitalism. Klansman. There we go. Klansman. I know it was a Klansman. We use those at Milsims. How do you use those at Milsims, Kenny? They have a frequency that is restricted. They work. You're supposed to have a ham license for them. Maybe actually you might know. If you know more than I know, that I can use that radio, let me know. Would be fantastic. That battery is an awesome moment of the 1990s. Yeah. The batteries have improved, guys, for those of you that are still young and have a phone now that lasts for 2 or 3 days compared to possibly 20 minutes for the old phones that used to pull the aerial out of the top of them and charge them, and you need a phone bill or an electricity bill for a month long to charge it. Oh, Kenny, how you doing? Please try not to kill Kenny, lads. Kenny Rebel. The word overtime I avoid it like the plague. Has done haven't done any in the last 2 years. Stan, that's very bad. I have an overtime clause in my contract. I have to do overtime sometime. Got a house full of Klansman bits. Wife hates it. Andrew, that's actually good to know because I have, I don't know where they are, but I do have extra batteries for it that I need to figure out how I can get them charged. That's dropped on your foot. Please, let's stop trying to kill Kenny. You did indeed, man. Yeah, I knew. I thought it was you. I did. I got a lot of stuff off Gary throughout the years, guys. That green Finch uniform actually came from Gary. I got some more UC bits off him. That belt came from Gary. Is there anything else that I have on display that I got from Gary? This actual hat here, I think. This female RUC officer's hat came from Gary. Gary, and another fella called Greg. I'm not going to mention his second name because he's a fairly a Gregory. He's a fair, quite enough guy. He likes to keep to himself. Are probably two of the best that I know of banner collectors and dealers and sellers, and they like to say to themselves, uh, Operation Banner Veterans Museum. Obviously, um, stuff that he gets goes into his collection that goes into the museum. Fantastic collection, as I said, guys. I really need to get up there and do a video on it for you, so you can see how good of a collection it is and stuff like that. My wallet begged me to stand. That's the only time I do it when I think, okay, I'll buy something with it. Otherwise, I try not to do it. Color Cool was good because it was fire resistant. What does the pizza flash that the Swiss used? Alpine flash. Yeah, the red one. It was a weird one. I'm waiting for the Italian version of the PRC 77 with stand and all the accessories. Really nice. It's called the ER95. I bought it from Italy on eBay. Can't wait. You can pick up steals like that on eBay every now and again. You just have to be very careful. I promise Kenny is safe. Looks like picking. That's from Manpack. From. Looks like I'm picking. Picking. Landmark Spare Manpack off of Danny R. Danny actually has a radio that I'd be interested in. Is the one that comes with there's like two separate pouches and it comes with its own frame and it fits down the back. I can't remember the name of it now off the top of my head. See him an awful lot being used in the 70s in Northern Ireland. It was a full backpack. Man portable radio my arse. It was a full backpack, this thing. A guy has a set we used for each squad and a command tent. Think he has a license. Ah, okay, well that would make sense then because you can't just use them. You have to have a license. Remember, Kenny can't be killed by conventional weapons, so watch his advice. He is bulletproof. Andrew, I'll send you a cassette battery. Easier to use. I actually have cassette batteries somewhere. I do have them somewhere, actually, Andrew. But I will chat to you about it. I'll give you a text during the week. Or actually, might even give you a phone call. Let's see how we get on. Given the old phones can't say I'm that well aged, but I feel like I might be the last person to remember teletext. Oh yeah, teletext. You'll be looking for a lot of numbers, and you'll be waiting for it to change over, and there'll be like 888, and they had all their own little catalog numbers that you have to go through. Uh, uh, we use cassette batteries so much better. Okay. I wish I could meet the RUC officer that wore that hat. Old, free, and single now, and I'd love it. Ginger and I love ginger hair. You'd be surprised how actually very, very few Irish people, they have hair like me, very fair, nearly blonde hair. There's not many redheads. It's a bit of a letdown. There's not many redheads in Ireland. More Scotland, I'd say, for the redheads. There are a few, but mainly fair blondes like me. I thought. Jeez, that just took a jump there a minute. I bought a Larkspur aerial pouch a few months ago, Jake. £5. Nerve agents, is it? No, please try not to kill Kenny. I killed Kenny by mistake, and he still has PTSD. Yeah, don't kill Kenny. That's not bad, Kenny. Only Scotch whiskey I can kill me, and it turns me into a what? Monumentally. So right, the piece de resistance. Ugh. The 77 set, with its harness for Vietnam. This is set up for Vietnam. It is actually, believe it or not, this one is actually a converted one that was given to the West Germans by the Americans. And how you can tell it is because it's got an extra 200 channels when you flick the switch, this switch here on top. Pull it up, flick it to the side. This is in English, but you do come across them with the Germans have like little stickers. You remember those machines you could get? You could punch your own stickers with those on it. I do need to get a squawk box for this. If any of you don't know what a squawk box is, it's like a little speaker that you can fit here, or you can fit there, and you can actually hear the radio without having the headset attached to your ear or nearby with the volume cranked up, so you can hear it. These are artificial, guys. So don't worry, they're smoke grenades. This is plastic. This is a phosphorus grenade, or what's to look like a phosphorus grenade. There is an original, authentic signals panel shoved down the back for when you need it. And then in here, I'm missing some bits and pieces for this, but the piece I'm missing is what's called a fishing spool, and it was literally a spool with wire that they would throw up over tree branches that were high up that they could get a better signal. This is the 3 foot wire whip, which is known as a wire whip aerial, and this one is the 12-foot antenna type aerial. Imagine going around with a 12-foot aerial going around, wobbling around the top of your head, and make a nice big target. This is the extra little pouch. You do see these being worn and not being worn. What else do I need? Can I talk about this radio? It's an original 1960s harness pack for this as well. I just have the headset clipped here. You do see different types of handsets. This is just your standard type one. I just have it taped there out of the way for storage. Now, watch this. Battery pack at the bottom of this, where the battery would go, has also been converted with a Bowfang radio. No, I can remember. There's the switch there to turn it on. But this is dead as it do. So I need to charge them and get them working again. So yeah. So there is my 77 set. They can work with civilian. They can be used as well on milsims, if you're into the airsoft type of stuff. Can be used at reenactment shows such as Living History UK, where it will be brought with my PRC6, so we can all talk to each other. So I can close her up now. That's one done. These radios too also had a nickname. Well, these were used by the Irish Army as well. These 77 sets, right? They were also known as brain busters, because what would happen is, the way the harness is, that's why an awful lot of the guys had the signal panel the way it is here. Because what would happen was when they would lean forward, the radio would pop forward and smack him into the back of the head and give him a big lump across the head. So it was known as a brain buster. So that's why they put this pad in here. So yeah, so 77 set. And I just have this aerial. This aerial is longer. I just have it tucked in out of the way for storage. Just put it up that way if you want to. This part here is known as a gooseneck because it bends, so you can do whatever you want with it. Little interesting fact for you: if you were a radio operator in certain parts of Vietnam, your life expectancy was 2 weeks. Because you have a big, you're not too bad when you only have the 3-foot wire whip up. But when you have a big 20-foot bloody antenna sticking out of your back, you're a bit of a target. So yeah. So in certain parts of Vietnam, you had 2 weeks life expectancy. So, get back to the questions. It's not that bad, Kenny. Only Scotch, Dave, Kenny, Matt, USP RC radios are crazy expensive on eBay. At least if you live in Sweden, you have to pay for the shipping. Yes, same here in Ireland. That's why an awful lot of the American stuff is very rare in Ireland. The original stuff, reproductions, you will come across because you can buy them in from the likes of Soldier of Fortune, Epic, all these different reenactment dealers and stuff like that. But original stuff, especially Vietnam stuff, World War II stuff like that, because you're paying a higher import tax on it, it gets costly. OMG, that is awesome. Oh, Jim, sorry, the 77 set. Yeah, probably best you don't say the emojis. Yeah, I'm not gonna say the emojis. They'll be gone. If I buy them from England or America, England now as well is starting to, because of Brexit, we have to pay for a tax here. So what I'm planning on doing is I will probably go on a shopping spree every now and again. When I go to the Living History UK festival in April, I plan on hitting up Soldier of Fortune on the way down because I am driving. So yeah, so we'll have a bit of crack anyway. Where have we gone? I'm probably going to have to buy one now. What, a 77 set? Or are you talking about the Polish helmet? Got to go, have to throw bricks at my cousin. She's being annoying, talking later. New vid out the weekend. Okay, perfect. Cold War Chemical. We'll talk to you later. Oh, excuse me, guys. Dust. Not COVID, don't worry. Steve, are you still alive? Are you still there, Steve? I hope you're still there. Smoke grenades look good. Would have been carried to call in zone. Yeah, drop zones. Yeah. What you do is you throw a smoke grenade. The helicopter would identify purple. If you threw blue, you'd be like, so you throw a smoke grenade first of all. You tell the helicopter, you tell whoever, artillery guys or whatever's working, smoke thrown. They would see the smoke and they go, okay, orange, purple, pink, blue, whatever, except red. Red is a distress smoke. You do not throw red unless you're in distress, right? I'll let that be known for you. But the helicopter, whoever would say, I see blue, I see red, I see whatever color, and then the radio operator would go back, confirm. Because what would happen was you throw a smoke grenade, It could be blue, right? The other crowd would throw a smoke grenade blue as well back at you. So then you don't know which smoke grenade you're going. So you'd see these. So it did happen. There are recorded incidents where guys would find it hard to call in air support and stuff like that because they would throw a blue grenade or a blue smoke grenade. The VFC or the VC would throw a blue smoke grenade. The air support then couldn't tell which blue it was, or they would throw it back at the American position. The radio guy who wasn't paying attention would go, "Yeah, I confirm blue," and he'd end up getting sprayed by his own guys because the VC were throwing the blue back, or there'd be just a massive blue smoke, and no one would know where anyone was. Steel helmet Stan. I was thinking the same, bro. Oh, the radio. They're not actually that expensive, to tell you the truth. You can find them cheap enough. Roger, that, Mr. Timber. What's your vector over? I do have a call sign, actually. And I'm not going to tell you what it was, but I do have a call sign. Where have we gone? It might just fit into the boot of my Reynolds Tingo. John has all these bits left over. I don't actually have a lot of this stuff that I've collected. I've gotten kindly donated, or I've gotten people have given it to me. Really nice radio. Thanks for showing. No problem, mate. No problem at all. I knew that somebody wanted to see them. So I said I'd dig them out and we could show them throughout the live stream, so we could have something to talk about. You're more than welcome. Hit me up on an email as well if you ever want information or anything like that. I need to start putting them on the live streams, actually, the emails. But normally on my other videos, always there will be an email at the top of the video description that I will talk to you about. And as well, I'd like to especially Sweden. There's some interesting things that I'd like to know about Swedish, because there was an Irish group that fought in Sweden for Sweden back in the thing as well. So back in history. So I'd like to try and find out if I can find out a bit more information about the pack radios, scalybacks. We call them bleeps. Anyone that carried the radio in the Irish Army was known as a bleep. Because with the 77 sets, every now and again when you hear a squelch, you hear beep. So they were known as beeps. Do you have clearance? Scaly's not heard that in years. Boys are reminiscing about their army days. Average good condition pocket phone 70s is about 100 bucks plus. Oh yeah, but the 77 sets aren't that bad. If you get the American ones and stuff like that, they're not that bad. I haven't seen a pocket phone on the old eBays in a while, actually. So there you go. Skinny lads like me do a bit. Skinny lads like me do a bit of the old border smuggling, but that's between us. Yeah, it does. I have done a video on stuff in the border getting moved around, shall we say. Cold War kit is really getting dear now. I had a shock recently about how much I paid for a 1960s jacket. Yeah, op banner stuff is starting to get dear now as well. Things like that. Northern Ireland stuff is starting to get dear. Vietnam stuff is starting to get dear. World War II stuff is starting to get dear. If anyone is getting into the hobby now, and starting to collect military stuff, I would nearly advise them to start collecting Afghan and Iraqi stuff, because it's not, some parts of it I will admit are rare and they are hard to find. They're getting harder to find, but in general that stuff is still classified as surplus. It's not actually classified as collectibles yet, so that's where I would tell people to start collecting. I seen seas of green. I see seas of green. Oh, sorry, I'm not allowed to sing actually. What was I singing last week? I can't remember. I didn't want to shock everyone here. Seriously though, awesome to learn about this. Oh, there's no problem. That's what we're here for. I do love DDR stuff. Stan, you're supposed to love DDR stuff. You're a Cold War collector. I know a Swedish blonde girl back in the 1990s who was very interested. Jim, we're going to have to find out more about that. Not on a live though. Not on a live. There might be kids around. 570s is up on eBay. PYE is up on 77 eBay now. Oh, okay. And it's going for 100 plus. In the RAF, the guys who spray airframes with paint were called Kunk, like Duck Dynasty, to stop the penguins, so they were pop-ups. I paid 25 for my mint unissued size 8 60 pattern trousers. I actually have been looking for a while. If anyone can help me out with this. There's two things I'm looking for at the moment for my op banner collection. One is the 60s DPM jacket that will fit me, right? That's one thing I'm looking for. The other thing I am looking for, and I know they're expensive, but I know they're out there, is I'm looking for 70s banana camouflage Denison smock. Because a guy I know managed to get one lately for £100. They're normally ridiculously more than that. And I also heard of a fella getting one for £50. So if you come across them for those prices, let me know, please. I don't care what time of the morning, day, and night it is. Just let me know. I do like the British Mark 6 helmets. I've got 3, including an early 1985 one. But I actually haven't had a drinking hat on all night yet. So here we go. There you go, Stan. I put on my Irish Mark 6 for you. Ow, it's quite stiff. Has my head swollen since I used to wear this? Stan, talk to me. I need to get a Mark 6 helmet to do 50 year. Sorry, where's that thing gone? Oh, sorry. There we go. I need to get a Mark 6 helmet to go for the 58 webbing I got for 15 quid. Yeah, you can pick. You would fit, or you do find the Mark 6 helmets reasonable enough at the minute. There are still out there. You will pick one up for that price if you do find. Mine would fit you, but it's mine. Jake, do you know what now? I'm changing my hat because I have a hat here, and I know you've wanted for a long time, and I know it will upset you. So stand there a minute. Hang on. No, Jake, there we go. If any of you don't know what this is a First World War Australian light horse. So right now Jake is calling me every name under the rising sun because I have this, and he's been after one for a long time. Stan would probably remember seeing these in Australia. Where have we gone? David. Now, Dave, I'd like to design against the Mexican sandwich. 1 second. Where have I gone? I'm missing all the stuff. Jim Timber. Still understand. There we go. There we are. There's Jake. David. Yeah, Dave. I just like the design against them. Okay, so it's, yeah, they're nice helmets. They're comfortable. Awesome looking lid. Yeah, that's the Irish. Well, it is a British one, but we used to wear Irish lids on them. Jake is laughing now because I have this one. Jake. I still have my old Mark 6 issued in 1990. It's aging now, but glad I kept a hold of it. Yeah, I kept my one as well. I kept my one as well, so there we go. Sorry, you can't see my face, guys. That's the one thing about these hats. While watching this, I am sewing a subdued insignia onto a repo model 35 officers while drinking whiskey, etc. Just don't stab yourself in the hand, please, with the needles while you're sewing. I've also got 2 Mark 6A helmets, but they are for me and the wife come zombie apocalypse. Hi, I'm an Aussie. This is the Australian light horse, so I'm not an actual Aussie. Well, because there was an awful lot of Irish guys actually that did fight for the Australians as well, believe it or not, in the First World War. Good day, mate. Van Trigan with the John was issued that in. Yeah, I wasn't issued this one actually, but I should actually. It would be funny actually if I don't know could it be done because I'd say it'd be very very expensive because you'd have to get stuff from Australia, but to put together I see I have all these different projects. I'm trying to put together. I'm still trying to look out for stuff from my Polish World War Two, my British World War Two, and then I come up with these harebrained schemes like, yeah, I put this hat on now and I'm going, yeah, what would an Australian light horseman of the First World War look like? And how hard would it be to put an impression together? Yeah, it would cost you a fortune, John. Kenny, you can pick up Mark 6 lids for around 20 quid on eBay. You can, Kenny. They're out there. You can find them. Dapper Bluey with the feathers there, mate. These are actually emu feathers is what they are. And this one has gotten a bit tattered. There are a lot more plumes on them. Obviously, with the age of this one, this is a reproduction, but it's a reproduction from the 60s or 70s or something like that. You do see them with massive plumes. I possibly will at one point, sometime, think about getting the plume because you can see it's pure. It's not flowing like it should. I'll probably get another plume because the feathers are starting to come off it. But yeah, I will grab one from local army surplus shop, hopefully. Kenny, where are you? Are you in Ireland? Because there's not many local army surplus stores left around the place in Ireland. The things that get kept by old soldiers, exactly. The strange things. I have my cleaning kit, my rifle cleaning kit. I don't know why I still have my rifle cleaning kit, but I still have my rifle cleaning kit. Been to many an Anzac Day memorial service, and I was drinking very early in the morning after. Yeah, they do have. I think they call them the sunrise ceremonies or something like that. They have them at daybreak, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, this is one of the good ones too. Akaba manufacturer, which is the real manufacturer of the hats that the Australian military uses, known as a slouch hat. And until you break them in, they're quite bloody uncomfortable. The one thing about the Irish is they fight. Here to you, Grandad. Yeah, we are known to fight. My grandfather fought at Gallipoli, Royal Scots. Very interesting, Jim. John remembers attacking Beersheba 1970s or 1917. His donkey was unhappy though. Yeah, there was actually. Remember there was a film actually about the Beersheba. I can pronounce if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I'm sorry, but the Light Horseman it was called. Watch the bugs eating your feathers. Yeah, it possibly could be, but I do try and keep on moth patrol here, so the moths don't seem to get in here. But it does. It's just gone wayward over the years. So I will have it. You can pick up the plumes. I've seen the plumes on eBay and stuff like that, so you can pick them up. So this is a first World War variant, right? This thing is called the something, I can't remember this part, but it has changed. Sorry, because I have a more modern one, and if you can see the cap badge is worn on the front. They do still wear the sun star thingy under here. Some regiments in the Australian Army, now this one must be for a cadet or something because it's tiny, right? It barely fits the back of my head, but that's the way they wear them. Well, there's the yoke falling off it. But the some units in the Australian Army wear these as a working dress also, along with their berets. Now this one is for the the Royal Queensland Regiment. This is their division patch or their regimental colour patch, and then they have a cap badge on the front, and then they do still wear the rising sun on the side that they flip up. But the ones that flip up in the proper slouch hat are normally the their dress hats, and then this would be a working dress cap to keep the sun off them. But this one is obviously for a midget, and I have an average size head, but I'd love to know what the size of this one is. Oh, front check, 54 to 54. So it's actually for a midget. Sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone, but it's made for a really, 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 really small head. So there we go. Suffolk UK slouch hat. They're known as slouch hats because of the side, when they form up the sides, they're known as slouch hats. Now this one is quite heavily worn. This is sun bleached, this peak, so it has been used as a guy's working dress, probably a female, because of the size of it. It is tiny. Akiba, a very popular hat maker in Oz. The Light Horseman, great film. Yeah, it's a fantastic film. Needs a hat box. I should get a hat box really for it, but yeah. The man from a river I have forgotten the name of in the show. In Light Horseman, you mean? Used the 07 bayonets as swords. Yes, they did, and it is possibly that one, the attack of Beersheba, and the Polish Lancers, I believe, are the last two recorded cavalry charges. But there's a toss-up because the light horse were actually rifle. They weren't actually a cavalry. They were a mounted infantry. So there's a toss-up to so whether that was it, so they reckon that was the last mounted infantry charge or engagement, and the Polish Lancers attacking tanks pretty much on horseback during the Second World War. That was the last recorded cavalry charge, I believe. Have you ever heard of Visor? Seems to have been a paper issued to the troops in Northern Ireland during the Troubles. I have magazines there. I have heard of it. I do have magazines that were issued to, they were like a news bulletin, that were issued to soldiers, and they were issued to policemen. I will cover them in a later video, but I do actually have some of those magazines. Yes, they were there. Famous person in Oz legend, Simpson and his donkey at Gallipoli. Much of the surprise of many, he was Geordie from South Shields in northeast England. Yeah, there was an awful lot of there's actually, I believe, a statue in him. And I think he was one of the only. His donkey, did his donkey survive? I can't remember. There was an animal, I think it was his donkey, was probably one of the only animals that was evacuated off of Gallipoli, whereas they just left everything else. Awesome Aussie kit Fair dinkum to the yeah. I'm not going to say that word because I don't want to get in trouble. But yeah, wearing the Aussie camo in the UK is hard gear, while attached to the guards looked dead smart. I actually have the brand new Aussie camouflage. I have a friend of mine in 2 Commando in Australia, in Sydney, and he sent me over a full uniform of the new camouflage that the Australians are wearing. It's like a multicam. So give me a thumbs up and I'll do a video on it this weekend for you as a bonus video. If you want to see it, I'll dig it out and I'll do a bonus video on it for you this weekend, and I'll put one of the slow chats on it, or I'll put a beret on it or something. But I do actually have that camouflage if you want to see it. So give me a thumbs up before I leave, and we'll see if we can do it. Or I will do it, but I just want to see if you'd be interested in that. Where have we gone? Operation Banner Veterans Museum. Yes, Podrick. Also, Checkpoint was another magazine. Maybe it's Checkpoint I have then. I do know I have some of those magazines. I prefer the horse to the tank. They can run away much quicker. Operation Banner Operation Banner Veterans Museum seems somebody is selling a rake of them on eBay. Oh, it possibly is. Steel Helmet Stan, yes, he didn't live in Australia very long, months rather than years, and says he was a Pom, always got the Aussie stuff at barbecues. Yes, seen them, Podrick, seen them, multicam, ran screaming from the video. It is a multicam, but it's not your normal multicam you will see. I have the old camo as well, but the multicam they have is actually quite nice. I really like the camouflage. It's very dark and it's very unique, and that's probably why I like it, because there's no other one that looks like it. It is very unique, so that's why I do like that camouflage. Old Aussie camo was awesome too. Apples and pears. We used to call it Jelly Baby. Jelly Baby camouflage was the Aussie, what we used to call the Australian camouflage. Jelly Baby camouflage. It looks like big jelly babies. All right, guys. It is one. We've been on for 1 minute and 12 minutes, so we're going to wrap up soon enough. So if you want to see that Ozcam video, just give me a thumbs up, and we'll give you another few minutes to fire off some questions. So if you want to see the Australian camouflage uniform as a bonus video this weekend, just stick the thumbs up. It won't be that. It's not that hard for me to do. I do have the camouflage handy that I can put into a video for you. So just let me know. I have a jacket, pants, and their battle jumper. So it's up to you. And then if you like that one, I'll do I have the desert version of the jelly bean camouflage. Right. By the looks of that, I think the Australian camouflage is a go. So you're going to have 3 videos this weekend, guys. So I hope you don't. Actually, you'll have 4, because you'll have this live stream will be published as well. So we hope you won't get smothered by videos from the old John for the weekend. I'm going to finish my tea. I'm going to eat my Mars bar while you're asking me the last few questions, and I'm going to bed. So how does that sound to you? How does that sound for you? I don't know about the British Army, but the Irish Army works on Mars bars. We will do anything for a Mars bar. Yeah, mate. Better get my schooner and a bourbon and Coke to wash it down. The Mars bar now you're talking about, or the video? Smother me in a Mars bar, brother. It's a nice cup of tea. So, has anyone any more questions before we wrap up the live stream? Hello from Brazil. Hello. Welcome. We used to have a guy who used to pop in and out from Brazil. I don't think it's that you though. But we used to have a lad who popped in and out from Brazil. Patrick, many years since I had a Mars bar. Can faithfully remember the taste. Oh, Mars bars are lovely. Psycho always had Mars bars in his kit bag at rugby match day. Physio always had Mars bars in his. Yeah, because they're a good source of sugar. They're a quick hit of sugar in a Mars bar because they're so high in sugar. So there you go. So if everyone's happy and no one wants to see me eat my Mars bar anymore, I love you and Levy. I hope you all stay safe over the weekend, and I will see you all next week at the usual time of 8 o'clock on the Friday for the live stream. So because of the vote tonight, we will have an extra video of the Australian camouflage, their more modern camouflage, along with 2 other videos. I'm not going to tell you what they are because there's no point. And I hope you enjoy yourselves, and I hope you enjoyed seeing the radios and stuff like that. There's a few questions popping in here, so we'll just have a look at them. You're not you when you're hungry. You're not you, yeah. Eat a Mars bar, Karen. You're not you when you're hungry. You take care, that fella, and you two chat until next week. Old ITV sport program, still World of Sport, one of the teenagers there. Have you got a para beret? I have loads of them. If you want to send me one. Have you got a para beret? I have loads of them. If you want one, send me an email. Oh, I will, Jim. No problem. No problem. I'll email you. I'm not sure you're talking about British paras or Polish paras, or because I'm not sure. Send me one, Jim. Large, extra large, extra large. I'm only joking. I heard that Argentinians didn't like the Brits very much, passing through Brazil to go to the Falkland Islands. I'm not sure. I'm not, if Jake is still around there, his information on the Falklands will be a bit more than mine. I know the Argentinians were a bit upset at the Americans because the Argentinians were being backed by the Americans and an awful lot of the support was Americans. I know they were very upset that the Americans didn't do more for them when it came to the old British attacking them and giving out to them. But sure, what can we do? So guys, as I said, I love you and leave you. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. And I'll see you all next Friday at 8 o'clock for the live stream again. And I hope you enjoy the videos over the weekend.